What up, fish people? Kenny E with the Attic Aquatics. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you an update video of what we've got going on. I'm going to concentrate on our Plecos today and show you guys what we've been working on over the last few months. Starting to get our colonies going pretty well. I'm starting here because this is our Bristlenose grow out tank. We did add quite a bit more wood to this for them. But we have our super reds, our albino longfins, albino regulars, and then actually have some normal bristlenose in here as well now. Unfortunately, what happened there was when we had some bigger grow outs in here, what they started doing was breeding in the tank. So as you can see by those little guys there, we actually did have a batch of super reds, and then also we have some albinos, longfins, and then there's some regular bristlenose in here as well. And that is because I believe one of the albino and one of the super reds actually got together, and I'm not seeing any of the little guys now. That's the way it always works. When you're ready to show something, you can't see them. But anyway, that's what that is. And then next to this is our super white colony. And these guys have been doing very well. We just got another, I've been watching them trap this week, so I'm sure I'm going to start seeing some more babies here soon. We do have a couple of babies left from the last batch that are still growing out. But they're doing very well. There's a big old female hanging underneath the log there. See her there? I thought I saw, yeah, I think those two are trapping right now. See how that one's cockeyed in there? I think he's got himself a little gal trapped in there already. Then I think that one there has a female behind it too. So hopefully, we'll start seeing some more breeding. Anyway, guys, I'll give you another couple here in a second. I'm going to cut the video and just go live from when I get to the next spot. Anyway, be right back. Okay, guys, and we're back. So this tank is our L181 Bristlenose. They are what's called the Galaxies. Really cool little guys, and I'll probably have to stick my hand in here in order to show you what they look like, because these guys love to hang in their wood. So I will do that, give you guys an idea. Let me get this nice and slow. I don't know where they're hanging, but we will take it nice and slow for you guys. There's one. Anyway, they got these beautiful black bodies with those cool little spots on them. Try to home in on that one for you guys. Focus. But as you can see, very cool looking little plecos. Ain't that nice? So anyway, we've had this colony now for, I think it's going on about 2 months, maybe 3. Just letting them grow out at this point. I did end up putting a little cave in there for them now. I'll probably put another 1 or 2. I have a nice little colony of them. I think we have six or 7 of them in here. So we do have some good little group of them. But one of the fish I'm excited about having. I'll be excited when we get these breeding. And I apologize, I can't quite get that camera to focus as good as it should today. Not quite sure what is going on with that. But anyway, guys, that is our L181s. Now I'll take you over to the other side over here, show you what we got going on over here. Now over here, this is my colony of L82. And these are the Opal Spots. And they are so stinking good looking. Love this. This is probably one of the favorites in the house, with the exception of my ultra favorite is the Super Whites. But these guys are just stunning. And they're a lot larger Pleco. As you can see, I've got Danny's ginormous caves in this tank. Now these guys have been showing a lot of trapping of late, so I'm hoping to get my first batch of these soon. We have not gotten these to breed yet. This is one of a few that we still have to get breeding in the Daniken house, but we're patient. We can wait as long as need be. And you'll have to excuse the fronts of the glass on these tanks that I'm trying to get breeding. I do not clean off the algae as much as I should, because I'm trying to leave them alone as much as possible to hopefully get them breeding. I'm gonna take this log up for you guys so you can see what it is. All right. Hold on, guys. It's actually giving me a hard time with the light because we're messing with the... There we go. Let me see if I can get that to come where we still have light. Now, pull this down for you so you can hopefully see a couple of the females. There she is. Ain't that a pretty Pleco, man? That is the L82 Opal Spot. Absolutely sexy Pleco. And just like any other Pleco, the females usually will stay out into the wood or whatever else they can find in the tank. They don't really cave up unless they have to. But, hold on here, I do need to get this on a little better. It's acting goofy here. There we go. Just 1 second, folks. There. There we go. Trying to keep everything in order here sometimes. I do apologize about that. So that was the L82s. And then in here, well, there's my last two remaining Hawaiian Blue Moscows. A couple of males I've had forever. But inside here, I have my L519 honeycombs. There's one right there, so good. Oh, damn it. I don't know where he took off to. I was hoping I wouldn't have to stick my hand in here so you guys can get a better look, so I'm going to do it. See if I can. There we go. That is the Honeycomb Brisos. Aren't they a gorgeous little guys? Now I did get these in the L181s from Night Owl Aquatics. And I got to tell you guys, he's got his stuff together. They all came in super, super healthy and very good condition. But they're growing out nicely. This one's actually starting to get his colors in, which is nice. Ain't that a pretty little Pleco? Absolutely love these guys. And these ones are growing pretty quickly. I'm probably going to get a cave in here because they, as far as bristlenose sizes go, are probably getting to about the size where I most likely will be able to get some breeding out of them. So I'm excited about that. But they hang all over in this tank. They mostly like the wood pieces. And what I've noticed about these guys, they're not quite as skittish as a lot of my other Plecos. They don't mind me messing with them, as you saw with him on that log. He wasn't real threatened by me. But really, really cool Pleco. Absolutely infatuated with them, actually. But super, super cool. Yeah, so I think I will get a couple of caves in here now, because it does look like that one especially, he's got the bristles on them and getting some good size to them. So I would bet that they would probably spawn now. So I think I'll go ahead and get some caves in this tank. See if we can't get some 519s going. anyway, guys, that is our L519 Bristlenose. So give me a few moments and I'll be back shortly with another room. And we're back, guys. Where we're at now, and I'll talk about this a little bit because this is part of the progress, and I'll show you something else when we're done here. Matter of fact, I'll start there. So what Danny and I are doing, now in case y'all don't remember, this is the remnants of the rack room. And I know it's sad, guys. It's completely empty, floor stripped, dirty carpet out. So now Danny and I have been sanding these floors and getting this stuff ready. We'll be putting a, like a little poly, I forget what it's called. It's going to be a treated floor that we put down. We're thinking of putting some sort of flooring like I have out here, in here. But the more we think about it, we're actually thinking of pulling this all back up. And we're going to just do the floors in a concrete sealer type stuff that looks good. And then we figured when it comes time and we're done with fish and everything else, we'll go ahead and put down some nice flooring or carpet or whatever else if we decide to move to another state or decide to move out of here. There's no sense putting nice flooring down like that if we happen to have some issues and have leaks and whatever else. No sense tearing up the flooring. So anyway, guys, this tank would be our L236 Leopard frogs. And as you can see back there in the back and good, I don't have to mess with these guys, which I prefer. Hate sticking my hand in these tanks. So, and they're fighting. I have noticed they've been very competitive to fry. So there's a couple of fry back there. We've got a total of probably 10 or so in here now of the fry. We did have a situation which didn't turn out to our favor. In here we have some eggs, but as you can see, they are starting to fungus over. We did have methylene blue in here, but my guess is they probably weren't viable. But the problem is, so anyway, guys, where I was at, sorry, I got a phone call in the middle of the video here. So those eggs we don't think are going to make it, and it makes me upset because these guys have been doing so well. But what had happened is, when we were doing the water changes, I had noticed a bunch of eggs sprawled around the sand here. So the male got a little careless and had put all of his eggs out of the cave. There's one of the males. These guys do a good job of hiding way up in the cave. You can never see them. Freaks me out. Now there is one female that always hangs out underneath this log. Let's see if she's there today, which she is. That's her little hiding spot, little female. Ain't she pretty? She always is hanging underneath that log. I just think it's her safety net. And now that I've stuck my hand in, I might as well finish it off and show you what all these babies hang. They like to hang back here. There, and then they like to hang underneath that log in the middle. But they're doing very, very well. Pretty little guys. And then I'm sure there's going to be a bunch under here, because there always is. Oh, they made a liar out of me today. But there's a bunch more babies, as you can see. They all like to hang under there. But yeah, the L134s have been doing outstanding. We're having great luck with those. Something else I forgot to mention, Danny and I, one of the reasons we haven't been doing a lot of videos or anything of late is because we've been working on our website, and we are dangerously close to having that up finally. I have my father-in-law working on it for me, and we actually have our domain now with the website attached. We're doing our final touches with shipping and whatnot. I'm trying to get all that figured out. But we should be fully operational, we're hoping, by March 1st at the latest. Now, guys, I'm not going to be able to show you much here. This is our L237 tank. And as you can see, it is green watered up. Now, I'm not going to mess with this tank at all. I know they're in there. I just checked them like a week ago, and everybody's still doing fine. We have a colony of about 6 to 7 of them in here. And Danny and I are going to probably, when we're going to be moving all these tanks over to that room I just showed you. And when we do, I think on these guys, we're just going to put them in a fresh 40. Dean, Breeder Dean, that friend of Corey's from Aquarium Co-op, I had actually, it's Dean Tinsdale, sorry, I should give his name. He had told me he has bred these, and he bred them in complete green water, so that's why I'm not too concerned about the green water. The only thing I don't like, it is a pain when it comes time for tank maintenance because you can't see what you're doing. And my fear is if they have bred, I don't want to start sucking up babies. So I'll give you some more updates on this one at a later time, but we are in fact going to be moving those. Now in this tank right next to it, this houses our L236 RB lines. Now, a lot of people are love the super whites. Now, this line here, I love. I like the colorations on these. Now, so you understand the RB line, this is the holy grail to almost every L236 that you can buy. These are where the super yellows come from. These are what the super whites come from. So almost all of them have derived from this line. Our line, I don't know, I seem to get a lot of yellows. I haven't seen a lot of super whites come out of this group yet, but as you can see, we got lots of little babies here too. Ain't he a pretty little guy? But these guys have been breeding pretty regularly for us as well. We love them. So anyway, there's that. And they're a pretty active group. They've, like I said, they seem to... This time of year, I noticed that we haven't been seeing a lot out of these guys, along with the super whites. I think it's their off time of year is why. There's another beautiful little fry. These ones are actually getting a little bigger now. But I do have a swap coming up at the end of the month here, so I'm sure I will sell the remaining at that swap. A really, really cool little Pleco. This one we've had going now for, I want to say 4 years. We started with 3 or 4 from Aquaria Life on one of the auctions they did one time. And then when I saw Steph, she brought me a few more when she came up for Fishtober, after Fishtoberfest. So I think we're up to like 8 of them now in this group. And they've been doing very well. That one is my favorite in the whole tank. See how much beautiful colors that one has? Anyway, that is our L236 RB lines. Now above it, now this is, I've got my Daniken representation sticker. This is our group of Super Red Bristlenose, and they just had a recent batch of babies. As you can see, they're starting to, there's one there, they're all over in here. And so you guys know they'll be this whitish color for about a month or 2 after they're born. Then as you can see, that one's starting to turn red already. Then we've got a bunch of there's a big fat male just sitting there with the mome all over him. I don't care. I'm the king male. I'll just be dirty as can be. There's a couple of females hanging out there. And I still got this thing on full size for you guys. Let's get that down. A couple of females hanging out. And I do have some fry that are in here that are a little bigger that I will be collecting before the next swap out of here. Look at that. He's got his own kin trying to suck the suck the stuff off them there. I don't know why he doesn't kick that off of him. I would if I were him. I wouldn't like that if I were him. There's one of the medium size that I'll have to get out of here. But we've had this colony going now for, gosh, probably 2 years anyway, 3 years. And they're doing very well. This is a 75 gallon we have them in, but that is because, if you guys know Bristlenose, they don't mess around when it comes to having fry. They have ginormous amounts at a time. Now, my only concern is I'm not seeing nearly as many fry as I saw yesterday in here, which that's concerning. So I might want to see what's going on. The water temp felt fine, so I don't think that's the issue. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think after I get done with the video, I better check because it feels chilly to me. Make sure that I've got it warm enough in there. Anyway, that is our super red tank. Give me a moment more and I will take you upstairs and show you a few more of our Pleco operations up there. All right, guys, we're back. This is the last room. These are our L236 King Tigers. And they are the original Plecos that got me and Danny hooked down the road. We worked on this colony for about 4 years before we started getting our first batch. And now they give us fry just about every month. And I don't see any right now, but I know where they hang, so I will help you guys out and show you some fry. They always like to hang in this. Oh, shoot. There's a big female. And I need to wash this tank because when I lifted this, a bunch of moam came from behind us, so that's no good. I'll have to get that cleaned up as soon as the video's over. Anyway, guys, that's our 236s, or excuse me, our L236s. And then finally, this is our long-fin albino breeding group, Bristlenose, and they have been going crazy. This is the time of year we just Bristlenose, and more Bristlenose. But they're doing very well. Now, I'll mention to you all, we will be getting 2 more lines. We're going to be getting a Bristlenose. They're called the Red Spot Bristlenose, or the Pargways. And then we're also going to be getting L236s. So we've got a couple more lines coming. And then we are on the lookout, if you or anybody you know is breeding the L260 Queen Arabesque. That is the other ones we are currently looking for that we plan to breed. So anyway, that's that tank. And we've been getting tons and tons of fry out of these guys. The one down below is our albino regular breeding group, which I've been selling off. We're not going to do the albinos anymore, just due to the fact that 30% of these guys spit out about 30% are regular fins. So I'll always have them anyway, so we don't see the point on actively breeding them anymore. So we will be using that tank for another type of Pleco. That's what we'll be using. And I've got a few left in here. Other than that, they're pretty much sold out. So anyway, guys, as always, love your fish. This is going to be Kenny E. Check it out for now. We will give you more videos, promise. We're getting there slowly but surely. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a good day.